Hey guys, this is the Luton Cove giving you a video for today, and today we're going to be talking about the Wigan versus Luton game. This game was really terrible. It was really horrible to watch. A team that did not show up, did not have fight, did not have confidence, all the buzzwords that we're going to say, did not execute. This goes from the board to the manager to the players. Our forwards did not create enough chances. Our manager, Jack Wilshere, did not make the subs when he needed to make the subs. He did them too late. You're going to do them at the 83rd minute or whenever it was, 10 minutes to go. Not when they scored. You know, you talk about like we're talking about like ways to impact or change a game. And when you're down one against a team that is going to League Two, that's trying to fight for their life to stay in League One, you're gonna lose to that? That is insane that we have such a culture now that we are deciding to lose against a team like Wigan. They wanted to win that game. And of course, the person who scores is Joe Taylor, the one that we didn't give a shot to. I was upset when we got rid of him, and now look what he's doing. Oh well. I guess that's just the name of the game. It was fitting. But we had this loss. We had more passes in this game than Wigan. We had more possession than Wigan. But we didn't execute. We didn't do anything. It's the same old dilemma. We're getting into a game. We're not scoring. We're passing all the time. And we are lacking in that final third. And then when we're behind, we don't make a tactical switch at the right time. When I started watching Luton, they were in the when I first started, they were in the non-league. And John Still was the manager when I started really paying attention. Because my dad, he's from the UK. I'm obviously American. Newsflash. But when I first started watching, we had such a fight. With Pelly Ruddock. We climbed through the leagues. We went up to the Premier League. But it wasn't all through John Still. Obviously, we had Nathan Jones, which stayed with us and left a couple times. But that final season, before we got into the Premier League, when we got into the playoff final, when it was Rob Edwards, I'm going to say that it was all Nathan Jones. Rob Edwards just took the credit because Nathan Jones left, and he just basically had to keep the formula that Nathan had that was working. Because when it pushed, when we got in the Premier League, we did not execute properly and we got relegated. However, that was a hard season. I'll give him a pass on that. It's the Premier League. It's not the Championship anymore. You got the teams the likes of Manchester City, Liverpool, and, it's okay. But then you expect, us back in the Championship to fight back into the Premier League. But our spirit died then, and we kept going down. We kept losing. Eventually, we got rid of our manager, Rob Edwards, because he wasn't doing anything. We got rid of him way too late. We almost stayed up if we would have won against West Brom, but we didn't. And then now we're in League One. But we had Matt Bloomfield. Matt Bloomfield didn't do great. And then we had Jack Wilshere, which is our current manager, but he's also not doing great. He's given the same old, we didn't execute. We didn't do this. We didn't do this. Well, that's okay the first time I hear it, but when it's like a recycled video and it's a recycled response, it just can't be made anymore. Like, what's going on? Where's the fight? Why aren't you angry? Where's the desperation? What's the urgency? Why aren't we up in the playoff spot? We need a different type of manager. We need like a Sir Alex Ferguson. We need another, like, I don't want to say like an older manager, but a more experienced manager. These new managers aren't understanding how this club operates. And I don't think the board does either. The board doesn't understand on what we need. They're focused on the stadium, but again, what the fuck is the point of a stadium when you got nobody in it? Did you watch the Wigan game tonight? They had empty seats everywhere. So you're about to tell me that you're going to make a stadium and we're going to be in League 2 because we're going to keep the same recycled bullshit over and over and over again without any changes? You think that's good? No. We need to make a switch. We need to make a change. We need to do better. We need to perhaps put people in right positions. Don't have Isaiah Jones all the way as a winger when he's not obviously a winger. We need to make some more tactical decisions earlier on in the game so we can perhaps rescue a point rather than take nothing back. That last minute we had a glimmer of hope to restore a point, but we should have won that game. We shouldn't even be talking about a loss here. We should talk about how we should be talking about how we should have won the game. When people call us a tin pot club, we're not proving them wrong. We used to be the underdogs. We used to be the ones that proved these other clubs wrong, and we used to win. We used to try harder. We used to have a fight, a spirit, but we don't have that anymore. We need to change that. But that's all I got for this one. Short, sweet, to the point. That's my reaction. I think it's the same old shit. I wanted to win. I wanted us to win. But I don't know if the players, nor does the coach, nor does the board want us to win. So, yep, that's it.